Hi again. Well, last time we have left, I was talking on a specific assignment called peer review, which is new for this course and kind of experimental. And because of that, the points of it is an extra point for this course. So peer review is basically, as I said, done for the drafts. I was considering to also letting you to make a peer review for the presentations, but that could be more difficult since we'll have a single session or I mean a Zoom meeting where multiple of you will make presentations. It could be better for you to get a feedback from a draft. Although in the feedback you might also you wrote for the drafts, so it's also okay to get some points from the presentation. So presentations are kind of presentations of the draft anyway. So peer reviews are basically so everyone will upload their draft, and in the next week I will assign to everyone two specific people who have submitted their drafts, and those two people are expected to write a review. Each of two reviews, evaluation basically, and each evaluation should be at least 500 words, and they have 1 week to write it, and each evaluation should contain at least one aspect of the draft that is good, that is beneficial, that increase the quality of the draft and actually make it more interesting and fit the needs of the expectations. And one aspect that could be improved, basically. So deadline is January 17. Still after that, there will be sufficient time, I believe, 2 weeks for revising the draft. And students can potentially earn 4 extra points if they meet all the requirements. Then they will earn 4 extra points from the peer reviews. That's 4%, I mean, for the course. An extra 4% you can earn, basically. As I said, this assignment is experimental. I will see how it will be done in following semesters. Maybe I can specify the rules more clearly. And I hope the reviews will also be useful, although I can't force everyone to write review. So some of you might end up with one evaluation or maybe 0 evaluation. I'm really sorry for that. I will think about how can I make sure that you might get at least one evaluation for your draft, which is, I think, a good thing for you. I mean, some of you might not want evaluations, but I think the evaluations will help you ultimately to get a better, project. And these are pretty much, this is the first half of the course, where basically I talk on, this is the introduction, and then overview of the world economy, which is basically, we will look to the data. I was actually currently the most dominant aspect of the world economy is the COVID-19 crisis. So I was considering to change this overview of the world economy topic to the world economy under COVID-19. But then I decided to keep the subjects there, and since currently when we overview world economy, COVID-19 will be everywhere its effects will be everywhere where we will review it. So it's obvious anyway. And in the coming parts, especially when we go to the second part, again, COVID-19 will be very important aspect of the world economy. So the second part is theoretical views on world economy, where we will see different theoretical theories that are useful to understand and build upon the world economy. Many of you are the ones, maybe even for some of you, all of them are theories you have seen. But I want to bring them again together to have them together to let you see what are the relevant major economic work done up to this point to define and develop an understanding of the world economy. And then we have a kind of historical part, 3 parts. One is the pre-1945 world economic system. The other one is post-1945 world economic system, and then neoliberal era and the post-neoliberal era kind of bricks, although the post-neoliberal era doesn't have a name now, so you might still think it is a part of the neoliberal era. In all 3 cases, basically, the 3 topics, basically, actually, we are trying to define the current economic system, so current world economy. So when we are talking about the pre-1945 world economic system, basically, the aim is define how, what elements of this pre-1945 economic system had actually been effective in shaping our current economic system. So, in a way, even though we are talking on history, today's current world economic system will still be one of our focus points in all of these 3 chapters. Well, once we get out of it, then we will look to different aspects of the world economic system, like international monetary and financial system, organization of international trade, international capital and multinational corporations, international labor force and its mobility, countries within the world economy, international and regional economic cooperation and regulations, world economy and environment, and our overview of world economy once again, and possibilities for the future. Well, especially on these parts, I will always talk on them. I will try to talk always on data, theories, and cases. And in some cases, I also go to some business and political science models that are connected to economy, of course, not independent models, and different views in related to these subjects. So, and these are basically before actually deciding on which topic you are willing to write your project be on, look to the readings of these chapters, actually the chapters of the second part of the course. Okay. Well, this part is well, I mentioned it in this course specifically because this course specifically asks you to write your opinions, and opinions with, I mean, what you think actually. But the major point on writing opinion is when you write opinion, I expect you to act as people who at least are familiar with science and know how to form an argument that is based with some well, scientific observation, scientific data, basically, and express your observation in a way, I mean, not maybe as a scientist, but someone familiar with science. So, first, forming an opinion is something everyone can do. You don't need to have a threshold of knowledge before forming an opinion. forming an opinion is a process of learning also. Once you form the opinion, you try to strengthen that opinion. So for that, you learn more, and then you make your opinion stronger. So it is a process. Learning and forming an opinion are two processes that go side by side. But opinions should be supported by facts. So you should, when you form an opinion, I think it is this way, you should also say which facts, which observations are actually the reason you think this is this way. And as much as possible, those observations should not be subjective observations, but I mean, at least some data, at least some reliable sources, or at least an observation made in a more scientific way. So the opinions should be supported in a way. I mean, opinions should not, someone who got an economics degree from the university, wherever he or she works, whenever he or she forms an opinion, that opinion should be supported by facts, scientific facts, and maybe some also analytical process of thinking. And you should be able to express how you support this opinion. You should never think it is obvious, basically. So, no, opinions can be challenged, opinions can be wrong. In that sense, I mean, that's also one reason why forming an opinion is not a bad thing. If you form an opinion which is challenged and proven wrong, then you can form another opinion which is a better opinion. That's also why having an opinion is a process of learning. Never be afraid of forming an opinion, but always also base your opinion with some facts. You don't need to know everything, but base it, support it with some facts you have seen, you have known, you have learned, and also look for new facts to strengthen your opinion, especially if it's an important opinion. Anyway, so I'm leaving you with these questions, which is the last slide of today, and I won't answer them. In a way, forming an understanding of the world economy is some process that is continuing, and as people who will graduate from Middle East Technical University, social sciences departments, different departments, I expect you to be part of the process of this formation of the global economy, both as a real entity, but also how we can understand it. You should also contribute to the understanding. So what kind of entity is the world economy? Some of independent national economic systems, a single entity with integrated parts, into what direction world is moving. So these are what is world economy. What kind of an process is globalization, which is actually creating a one single world social system, not only economy, but also cultural system, political system. What are components of the globalization? What is its extent and power? What are impacts of globalization? Where are we headed? And what are the most interesting, important world economic issues? So this is where we are going to leave, where I'm going to leave you. Think about these questions just as an activity at the end of the first week. Just for fun, think about it, and you might even discuss it if you have someone to discuss these questions. And out of these discussions can come some ideas which can form even to projects in this course or later projects. And next week we will start to look to the data of the world economy. So see you in the next week where we will review the data.